Let's go.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Wolf Talk podcast. This is another segment that I do, which is called the Howl Around Town, where I go out into the community and I highlight special faces and special businesses that make Buford great. And today I am sitting in Brightside Café. It is an amazing establishment that specializes and prioritizes hiring adults that have disabilities. And sitting to my left here are the owners. This is Jenn and this is Carrie.
Hi.
All right. So I did say that right, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. So we are sitting here enjoying some coffee this morning, and so I'm just gonna get to know them a little bit, why they started this amazing establishment, and kind of figure out what their future looks like for them.
Perfect.
All right. Ladies, ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. So let's start with kind of just your inspiration behind creating this establishment, because it's an amazing establishment. My son enjoys it. I have a son who is also has a disability. He's autistic, and this really made him feel like he had a safe place. So, what really inspired you, ladies, to create this type of business?
Awesome. So I've been a special educator for 21 years. And when I was sitting with parents from kindergarten all the way to 21 or 22, when the bus no longer came,
Right.
it was that error that just touched my heart. These parents just are going, okay, I've been in school. My child's been in school for so long. Now
Right.
what?
Now what?
And
Right.
there just wasn't enough out there for these guys to have employment or to move past the day program
Right.
type thing,
Right.
which those are awesome. And we have some great ones here in Buford and in the Swanee area. But for me, I had visited a place I had saw on Instagram called Biddies and Bows.
Okay.
And I had visited there and I was like, I can do this. And so I talked to the owner, and this was 5 years ago.
Okay.
And I just got this like feeling, and God was saying, Jennifer, like, you need to do this. So for years, we worked to see, okay, can we put it in our gym at Buford Elite? Can we, what can we do? And the no's just kept coming. Like God just kept saying,
Gotcha.
not now, not now, not now.
Gotcha.
And so not this past January, but the January before, I was teaching online for
Okay.
Georgia Cyber Academy, and my husband Brian was like, come on, we're going. And I'm like, going where?
Yeah.
And he was like, we're going to look at a coffee shop. And I'm like, no. Like, I can't. Like, my heart had been so wanting and so longing to be able to do this.
Right.
And the no's just kept coming that I was like,
Kind of deep down.
I just got sad every time I got a no. And so finally he was like, just come on.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, I'm coming. And so it was really funny because this is not the building that we originally were looking at,
Okay.
which shows you that God is in this. And it was funny because the owner of that building that we wanted was like, no, but I have a place I want you to look at.
Gotcha.
And truthfully, like being funny, not funny, I was like, I'm not going to Tannery Row. They have midget wrestling there. Like, nobody wants to come to a coffee
Right.
shop where there's like stuff like that going on, which midget wrestling's really popular.
Right.
I'm learning.
Right.
But so, whatever. But so anyway, so I was like, fine, we'll walk in, but the answer's no. Like, I'm not doing this. So then I
Right.
kind of got hard, right? We walked in and it was like a rush of God saying to me, Jennifer, this is it.
Amazing.
And so within like 30 minutes, I called Carrie and I'm like, Carrie, I need you to come up here. Because we had talked about doing this in our gym.
Yeah.
And her husband had kind of partnered with us at our gym. And we had talked about the idea. And they had come to a Special Olympics at our gym for my school
Okay.
and fallen in love. And it was like
amazing.
Yeah.
Like to watch them. We were so excited to be a part of that, first of all. And then just to see the happiness on those guys' faces when they were
Right.
out there on the floor competing on the turf and doing these kind of things and running around having the best thing. It was like when she had mentioned it to us, it's like a no-brainer. Like,
Right,
yes,
right.
we want to be a part of this. We love it. We are totally in.
So I called
Amazing.
her and I'm like, you have no choice. Get up now. And so she literally came and she literally walked in. Like, when I say like both of us had the same, like we started crying. Like it was like, this is it. This is
Yeah.
it. And it's so funny because like we looked at this and we're like, okay, that could be this and this
Yeah.
could be this and that needs to go down. And I mean, we had really the whole thing
Yeah.
planned out the first day.
Lord. Yeah. That's
And
amazing.
so it was just God's timing in all of this. And like it's been that way the whole time.
Right.
Amazing.
I mean, the brightness in here and the way the light comes in, even on a rainy day, it's like you can't help but walk in here. Even before it was renovated, we had a vision and could see that, oh my God, people are going to walk in here and just love it. And it is. It's bright and cheery on even on a rainy day, like I said. So, I mean, it's been an amazing.
Absolutely. It definitely gives a very warm, but yet still, like you say, very bright. So that contrast is usually not given in an establishment. You either have that warm, like coffee, like dim feeling, or you have this bright, overbearing, like, oh my God, type of feeling. But this really does give the best of both worlds. Like you walk in, you want to smile because there's so many colors and stuff going on, but then it feels like you're welcome.
Right.
You know, and my first day coming, I came without my son first just to kind of see it because he was at school at the time. And Carrie was sitting behind the counter and like instantly she was just like, I was like, wow. Like that.
When you probably got hit with a welcome to Brightside before you ever came in the door.
Like, it was amazing. And then my son came with me. He's not shy, but he's shy. You know, he'll talk once you talk to him, but you know, he walks in new places. He's kind of like, I don't want to go there. But he walked in this door and instantly he was just pointing out stuff. Like, I want that, I want that, I want that. And so it was an amazing feeling to see that from him. So that definitely shows, like you said, that God is working through here. Like, it's amazing. But to kind of piggyback off of that, like what is kind of like your hiring model? Like you hire, you know, adults that do have disabilities.
Right.
So how do you go about kind of setting up that process for them, you know, and like different from like the typical, you know, you would say cafe?
Right. Well, I mean, we started our hiring process for this over a year ago. It was as soon as we signed our lease here, it was probably a month or two later, we started our hiring process. We put it out there on social media. We went to Special Needs and Treats, which is a bakery in Lawrenceville that also employs adults and teens with special needs. And they sent it out to their database because they have probably 150 plus people on their waiting list.
Wow.
We set up interviews and they allowed us to use one of the offices over at Tannery Row. And we just had people come in. And at the beginning, we were like, oh my gosh, how are we going to tell anybody no?
We didn't tell anybody no. It wasn't how it worked. We're like, yes, you can have to. Yes, we love you. There was nobody that we found that, like, everybody was like, this is the person. We love them. This is God showing us. Cool. We cried a lot.
We did cry a lot. We had some like talent show kind of things going on. They showed us. I mean, like some of the things we asked them, like, are you comfortable in different situations? Are there things that you would rather do and not do? What are your interests in that? You know, what are things that you don't like to do? I mean, we just didn't really have anybody that we were like, no, you can't come work for us. So, that was tough. So we did top it off at 20 though, because we have to be able to give our folks enough hours to make it worth them coming in. So right now we do have a waiting list of probably 75 or plus. Weekly we get 3 or 4 people probably coming in asking, do you have a job? Do you have a job? So, I mean, hopefully with everything going on and everybody supporting us, the other companies within the surrounding areas will be like, I'll hire one to do little things. I mean, that's one of our main goals, is to try to help other people realize that these guys are dedicated, they are loyal, and they are smart.
They are smart.
So don't take it, don't like back away from it,
So I talked to a guy at Topgolf yesterday, and he was telling me about a guy that they employ adults and teens with special needs, which totally makes me a Topgolf fan, by the way. But so he was saying that one of the guys there got paid less than just a worker, and that he was doing more work, better work, and he was like, why are we not paying him just as much, if not more? He's doing more. And his whole thing was they make the best workers because they take pride because they're not given a chance as much. And so they're for real about what they're doing because they want to prove that they can. And so it just gave me a bigger fire in my heart to get people to understand this is important. And you may not know today, but once we are able to teach you, and if you'll do it, I promise your business, your life, everything you're involved on will be changed
Right.
because you've done this.
Right.
So that's one of our main missions, even with our Brightside Forever Foundation. But like right now, you can see, like, we've had some people come in here, but it's not super busy.
Right.
But like our goal is to have in here at all times 3 employees.
Okay.
So we have 3 jobs that our folks can do. We have a cashier, we have a drink maker, and we have a server caller.
Okay.
And they all can do, all of our employees can do each thing. Some like things more than others.
Right.
So we try to, get them out of their comfort zone, but also make them feel comfortable too.
Right.
I don't want to go to a job that I don't love, you know? And so, one of the things that's really cool is that on Saturdays, we always have those, because we're a little bit busier on Saturdays. So we have all that going on.
Right.
We call it, hey, come see the fun on Saturdays.
Right.
Everybody's here. But during the week, we're still not at a spot where we can put everybody into work.
Gotcha.
So our goal is to get the community to make this their space so that then we have the income, if you will, because like we're a business, you know, to be able to put more people to work, which is, where the foundation comes in. That will help us a little bit. And like people can donate and get involved so that we can pay more people to get involved. Because the more they're here, the less they're sitting at home doing nothing.
Absolutely.
And there's purpose behind that. And they want that.
Absolutely. Yeah. To touch on what you said about them, like just wanting it more, wanting to prove that they can do more. And it starts, and I'm seeing it in my son at a very early age, just with like little stuff. Like they did a sack race. We did a little function at my broker's office, and they did a sack race, just fun and games or nothing, not really competitive, fun, just fun. But he was so nervous because he knew that other people were going to race against him. And he really wanted to kind of make me proud. Like, I won.
Right.
And so like, even at an early age, like he knows what it means to compete, or he knows what it means to do well. And so they know exactly what that is. And so to get to an age where it's like, okay, what do I do now?
Right.
If the parents are feeling it, they're feeling it as well. And so it's like, you want to be inclusive. And that's one thing, with all these different establishments around here. I think we talked about this the other day. If everybody would hire just one.
Right. Just one. And they don't need 40 hours a week.
Right.
They don't want, or they
don't want
can't.
40. They can't get 40 hours a week. But I mean, like an hour a day or 2 hours a day, every other day. I mean, it's very, very simple. It doesn't take a whole lot.
And a lot of times what we're finding is like the activities or the task that maybe you and I don't love or don't like clean.
We have time
Chris,
for,
right? Like Chris Mayo. He's like our health department all wrapped up in one.
Right.
Like literally, like he comes in here and he does not sit. He wants to make sure every table's clean. He wants to make sure the windows are clean. If the toilet paper is half out, we need a new roll.
Right.
Because he doesn't want the customers to go without toilet paper just in case.
Right.
So it's even those kind of things that you and I might go, he is like so pumped.
It's important
to do those things. Like the other day, Dylan, like we had something that was loose in a screw or something, and Carrie goes, Dylan he brought his little toolkit and fixed the whole thing.
I brought my toolkit today. Can I fix the faucet? And I was like, go for it. He was like, done. I didn't even know he did. And he was like, it's done. And I looked at it, and there was like, it was kind of. Anyways, he fixed it in like 2 seconds. I was like, well, you can walk around a cafe and see if there's anything else you can use your tools for, because I'm sure there is, but they love doing that kind of stuff. I mean, they bring their tools. Alex brings his ice shaver here to shave the ice out of just stuff to do with
that he made on a 3D printer.
Yeah, that they think about, that they're like, these are things I can do to help out there, that we are like, we're caught up in other stuff and don't have time.
Right.
So
or Jacob,
they're very
can,
creative.
Literally write down
Jacob has created every
drink
latte
we have
in the world.
Oh, wow.
And they're a hit. So he's done a Dubai chocolate, he's done a Nutella, and people are falling in love with these things, but it's not Carrie and I. And that's what we always say is people don't understand that. Jennifer and Carrie, we are just the facilitators.
Right.
We are the people that put this in motion, and now they have taken ownership in this, and this is their thing. If they say, Miss Jennifer, I think we need to have karaoke night. Sure, when you want to do it? Next month. Okay, let's go. So we just help plan it.
Yeah.
So it's their establishment. We just A, footed the bill, but B, made it happen.
Gotcha.
And that's where if we can teach other people how to, you don't have to have a cafe.
Right.
It can be anybody who just says, you know what, like show me how.
Right.
Carrie and I'll come sit with you. I will teach you.
Mm-hmm.
All it takes is a task list, a love, and patience.
Right.
And everybody should have that anyway.
Right. Right. Most people don't though.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just with just the normal society, they don't have the patience.
No.
You know, so it's even more challenging to have patience with things that you don't maybe understand too.
Right,
you know, if you don't understand exactly what it is, you don't even try to have the patience for it because like that's not my role. That's not what I'm supposed to do because I don't understand it.
Right.
And I think if more people just took the initiative to, even if you don't fully understand something, just kind of recognize it.
Right.
You know, if you recognize it, make them feel seen, make them feel wanted.
Right.
Makes all the difference.
It does.
Makes all the difference.
And it changes your life too.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, like, gives you meaning and purpose as much as it does them.
Absolutely.
So we had a girl come here from Exceptional Futures last week. It's a day program that I used to work with the lady who founded it. And she came in, her name is Anna, and she said something so profound to me. She said, we belong here. And I thought, you should belong
anywhere.
Right.
Not just here.
Yeah.
And I was like, can you say that again so I can get on with you? And she was like, what? She didn't even know what she was saying, but it was so profound because I'm like, why do we as a society make people feel like they don't belong? Like God gave them, like I always say, they're God's closest angels,
Absolutely.
because they have like a
Absolutely.
special ear to Him or something. But it's if your life, like Carrie said, would change. I mean, I've watched people walk in here have no clue. They Google coffee near me. They have no clue.
Every day almost. We have people coming here.
And they walk in and we're like, and there you can watch their face. It's kind of comical actually. You're like, you don't know what you're doing. You know what it's all about. And they're like, no, well, this is what is going on here.
Yeah.
And we tell them, and literally you can watch their whole body language change to this soft, like, oh my gosh, like this is so awesome. Cool. And they'll go out and we'll get an email. You just got a Google review. And it's people's, like I always say, I can't fault you for what you don't know.
Right.
But once you know and you see, there's always heart change.
Right.
And when we change enough hearts in this community and surrounding communities to understand that our friends belong, this community and these people in this community and surrounding communities as well are going to change their whole mindset on our guys and whether they belong or not.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that leads me to kind of asking, like, when it comes to being here, like, what is a story that you can tell of one of the employees that really just made you feel like, you know what, this is exactly why we do this.
You
like,
want one story?
No, there's so
Hold on. I will. I do have my favorite story that I tell everybody that walks in here. And it was in the very beginning because, you know, when no one's coming, you question.
Right.
Okay, God, is this really what you wanted from us?
Absolutely.
Is this really the right thing, or did we jump the gun, or what's going on? And it was about Christmas time. Right? We had opened December. We had soft open December 9th. And it's funny because it's a Buford coach I'm talking about. Yeah. But so Kayla was when we first came, when we first orientated and all that, she did not work here. She was like, I ain't even working in there. There's too many people in there. I am not interested. Yeah. Super shy, very introverted. And so I told her, my whole thing spiel was to her is give me a chance. Okay. If you'll give us a chance and you don't like it, you don't ever have to come here again. Right. But if you give us a chance and you love it, then you've scored a job, right for life. So she's like, okay, fine. So she gives us a chance. She's real nervous, Nelly, gets real upset if things don't go, or she always feels like she's having to say she's sorry, things like that. Yes. So we're sitting here one day and there is nobody. And all of a sudden, like, Coach Dimmeline, I don't know if you've met Coach Dimmeline, amazing human being, love him and his family, girls to death. He brings his entire family, not just him and the girls, but his entire family, which was like 10 people in here. And it's me and Kayla.
Yeah.
And Kayla flipped out, like crying, ran to the back. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. And I was like, if y'all just give me 1 second. Yeah. And I went and I said to her, and I held her hands and we prayed. And I said, listen, Kayla, it's me and you, girl. We got this. Yeah. They are going to sit over there with their family. They know we can't make 10 drinks in a hot second. Right. It's going to be fine. Work with me. Right. Let's do this together. We get all this done, and it takes us a while, but we get all this done. We sit down, and she's sitting at the register, and I'm sitting on the other side, and she looks at me, and now, like, with our friends, you never know what they're going to say, so you're like preparing yourself, right? Right. And she says, Jennifer, and I went, yes, Kayla. And she goes, I'm so proud of myself. And I literally lost it. I was like, Kayla, I'm so proud of you too. And I thought, you know what, at that moment, this is why God has us here. For kids like, I call them my kids because I'm a teacher at heart. People like Kayla deserve to feel proud. And she said, and I said, Kayla, girl, listen, we're good. Yes. We ain't got no problems. That's the last time that'll happen. Within 10 minutes, here comes a whole other crowd. And I looked at Kayla and I went, well, Kayla, God's testing us today, girl, so let's do it. But I kid you not, and you can ask Carrie, we're at our first karaoke night. Mm-hmm. That girl is like introverted. Like she does not go out of her comfort zone. She sang her heart out. Her dad stood at our counter,
hands in the air, and singing like
this, cried like a baby. And her dad's pretty tough. Yeah. And he cried, and he looked at us at the end of the night, and he said, "You have no clue you've changed her life." Yeah. Amazing. And I thought at that moment, I don't care if there's another person that walks in this building, and I do care. Please, I do care. We want people here. But my point is that that's why we're here, so that our friends, no matter who they are, whether they're customers, whatever, if they have a special ability, they deserve to be proud. Absolutely. They deserve to feel confident and to know that they belong and that they're welcome and that they're loved. Yes. And so from that moment on, Carrie and I were like, all right, we're here. God's got us here for a reason, whether people come or not. We're just going to keep spreading the word and because eventually it's going to hook. Either you're going to get on board or you're going to be really alone. You're going to feel bad that you got left behind, for sure.
And we've had so many of our other employees that have come here quiet, closed off, and just really come out of their shell. I mean, Lauren, for instance, she likes to stand over and look out the window. Yeah. She now talks. She wants to take things out to people. We were at an event at a high school, and she was like upselling people. They would get like, say, a purple shirt, and she'd be like, you need a hat to go with that. You need a bracelet to match that. And I'm like, who is this girl? Like, what is going on? I mean, we've seen that throughout a lot of the employees. Jacob has even said Brightside's changed his life. Yeah. I mean, everybody that comes in here, all of our employees, you've just seen a change in all of them. From going to being like, I don't want to be a cashier, like, I want to try to learn the cashier, now. Or I want to make a drink. I want to do some latte art. I mean, things that they would have never gotten the opportunity to do. If they didn't have, and it's cool because even though the latte art, like we're not really going to get into that. Jacob and Alex are like, I'm going to need you to look at this. Yeah. And every time I'm like, what is that, Jacob? It's the moon. It's the moon. Yeah. And I'm like, what perfect do you think this moon is? There. Yeah. Perfect moon, Jacob. And but they're engaging with our community and with the people, which is allowing them to have social skills and friends. Like we have a new kid that comes in, a family that comes in from the Kyle Peace Foundation every week now. Yeah. And they sit up there and they've gotten relationship. And that is what is important, is how do we get them to know people in our community so that they're just another name, like, oh, saw Jacob today. You know?
Because at the end of the day, I think one thing that people don't understand, and this is my own experience, like dealing with the community when it comes to my son, is that I don't think people realize that they do feel normally, like they understand. Right. They know when someone is kind of blocking them out. Mm-hmm. They know when they're not. They know when they're not feeling kind of welcome, even if it's not intentional on your part. Right. They still feel that. Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, we sometimes get the side of that.
Yeah.
Because they'll say that.
Yeah.
Miss
Yeah.
Jennifer, they didn't really want to know
Yeah.
who I am.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're like, and then you're like weighed down because you're like, I'm so sorry I put you in that
Yeah.
situation. And
Yeah.
you're like, listen, not everybody is going to open up. And that's
Right.
okay.
That's okay.
And you know what? It's just our job to keep showing them and
Right.
loving them
Yeah.
and keep being examples.
Yes.
And so it's allowing us, like I tell people I don't teach anymore. And a lady came in here, she goes, but you do.
Yeah.
This is your teaching.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're so right. Like
Yeah.
we're not just teaching coffee. We're teaching social skills. We're teaching how to deal with, all kinds of things.
licenses.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They need that, and it's unfortunate that we still have to have those conversations, but that's really part of the world in general, though.
Right.
Because if you think about it, we could experience it ourselves, experience people who just aren't nice.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have time for what you're talking about.
Right.
But again, a lot of people, I think it's just lack of knowledge and lack of education. And then sometimes I feel like they may be uncomfortable because they don't know what to say.
Right.
They don't know how to
And
respond.
that's okay.
Yeah.
But you grow.
You grow. Yeah.
I mean, even like we've had our mentors that when they first came in here, I
Yeah.
mean, they weren't used to it.
Right.
And then and they're like become best friends with
Yes.
these guys. They're all friends on Facebook and
Yes,
Instagram and whatever. And yes, I mean, once if you're open to it,
It's that willingness to do it, though.
Yes.
And I think that's what sets the character aside for each individual person. Like, are you willing to at least try?
Yep.
Because we're not expecting you to come in and know exactly what to say, how to say, and especially if we know this, like they say whatever's on their mind.
Oh yeah.
And you have to be prepared to not get your feelings hurt. You know, I get my feelings hurt daily.
Yeah.
So it's like, woo.
I get. Miss Jennifer, you look really tired today. I'm like, thanks.
Yes.
I have no makeup on,
Yeah.
and I rolled out of bed.
Yeah.
I get. Are you pregnant?
No. Yeah, my son asked me. He said,
No, just floated today.
"Yeah." My son
It's a
asked me.
food baby.
He said, "You don't work out anymore, do you?" And I was like, "Well, actually, no, I don't." I said, "So I need to start back." Thank you for letting me know that.
Yeah,
Right.
So that is a area I think people just kind of get like, what do I say? What do I say? What do I say?
Yeah.
But I think just that willingness to kind of understand, empathize, and just put yourself kind of out of your comfort zone as well.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Because every day they're out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
When they leave the house and they're away from their safety, they're out of their comfort zone.
Right.
So for them to even speak,
Right.
for them to even try, takes a lot.
Yeah.
And so I think if we made it more open for them and we tried more, there'll be a big difference.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what this is.
It'll change a community.
Yeah.
It'll really change a community. And that's the goal.
That's the goal. Absolutely. So, that was good. That was good. Gave me chills a little bit.
And we were nervous.
Right. Gave me chills. So with that though, of course there will be challenges. So kind of walk me through like what some of those challenges have been as far as opening this business and kind of getting it into the community and making it run the way that it needs to.
Getting it in the community,
Yeah.
making it around.
Yeah.
We still have people that don't know. Like
Right.
there was
A guy that came in today that lives right around the corner, and he said, "I didn't even know you guys were here."
Okay.
And I know that's because we're not right in the main strip of everybody's pass every day.
Right.
And I think that is one of our biggest challenges. Is we're out there, we're canvassing, Buford, Sugar Hill, and everywhere, and people still Facebook, Instagram, all that. People still don't know that we're here.
Yeah.
Right.
And we, like she said earlier, we do want this to be people's regular stop. I mean,
Right.
we provide awesome customer service, obviously.
Yes.
And then we have
Yes.
great things to offer that it could be your regular, whether it's your coffee, your smoothie.
And we even have dirty sodas because the
Yeah.
teenagers told us if you have dirty sodas, we'll be there.
Right.
And they're not.
Yeah.
So it's really just like I feel like when it's a thing,
Right.
it's kind of like a football game.
Yeah.
It's a thing,
Yes.
right? It's the place that everybody wants to be. Everybody wants to go. And so when we become the thing,
Yes.
and when we become a staple here, we did not expect it to happen overnight.
No,
We
no,
know
it
it's
isn't.
not going
Yeah.
to. And so we've been to a couple of events with we started with before we opened this, we did a couple of we called it Brightside on the Go.
Okay.
Because we couldn't be in the cafe.
Right.
And so we took tents and we took all the things, right?
generators,
it was
blenders,
fun.
Oh wow.
We were making coffee in her laundry room. Don't tell anybody. Seriously.
We had our big machine, but I only had a special outlet that runs that machine in my laundry room because it's the same outlet you plug your,
washing. So,
So that's
but we
made it work.
It was great. We made it work, and it got our name out there and whatever. But so then we were like, oh well, if we're going to continue to do this and the cafe, we need a trailer.
Yeah.
So we're getting out and we're doing things, but even down to it takes both of us all the time to be everywhere and do things. So we can't really go to a lot of marketing things, or we can't, or networking things, or we can't, we want to get in the school system. We want the schools, I don't care if it's Buford, North Gwinnett, Linear, Cherokee Bluff, whoever, Forsyth County, I don't care. It's not about, we love Buford and we want to be in Buford, but it's about anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody that wants to come and enjoy and be changed forever. We want them here.
Right.
And so it's about getting into the school systems and letting these kids know that from an early age, you got to learn belonging and acceptance for all at an early age, right? It doesn't start in high school. It has to start in elementary school. Right. You have to be able to see this. And then by the time you're adults, now we got good special educators. We got good people who are oh, let me open a cafe. You know what I mean? So it's, or employers who are hey, I'll take one or whatever. And so in order to get our name out there and whatever, it's hard work.
It is hard
we
work.
have found,
and we still have to be here, even though we're not busy. I mean, all the time. One of us has to be here, and then so I mean, it's
finding that balance of what's gonna get most people here, and and I feel getting into the schools and letting kids know and getting them to volunteer here and bringing classrooms here, and we had a field trip last year with an elementary school, and their kids and their parents now come here because they got the feeling of belonging, and they were oh wait, that's a place I can identify with.
Absolutely.
So let me go there and letting your parents, and now your parents are going, okay, there's a future for my child. And so, but it's getting out and about and getting the word spread and have people tell people and people tell people. And, and so we're learning that the people that do believe in our mission are the people we need to spend the most focus on.
Absolutely.
Because when they believe, they tell. And when those people start to believe, they tell. And that gets, Jambo said something very eye-opening. Yeah. Why focus on the people that don't really want to know about this or don't really want to participate? Focus on the ones that believe in what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And eventually, the ones that don't will either not ever, or they'll catch on and go, that's really I might need to check that out.
Right.
So we're learning how to run a nonprofit. Let me tell you, it's a constant
different beast.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. And it's getting out there and it's telling people about what we're doing and why we're doing it and convincing them, which I don't think we need much convincing, but convincing them to understand and to get on board.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think when it comes to, especially I think the high school kids, I think a lot of times when you see Brightside Café or any type of establishment that prioritizes special disabilities, it's, wait, do we not go there? Is it only for them?
Right.
And
you're right.
I think they kind of have that mindset well, I want to go support, but it's not for me.
Right.
And I think that's what we got to get them to understand is that when we say inclusive, that means that when you come in here, you also feel included to what this mission is as well.
Right.
Because,
you're part of it.
And if we think about even just if we think about when we were in high school and you're coming in the cafeteria, just us, quote unquote, normal kids, we're kind of looking around where do we sit? Where do I fit in?
Right.
And so I think that if they could understand when you walk in this door, and I'll keep on saying this, guys, when you walk in this door, you want to smile. Instantly you want to smile. You want to spend all your money because I definitely
just kidding.
Because I definitely did not say no to absolutely anything. My son was, I want that. Okay.
Yeah, all right. Chocolate, frozen hot chocolate. Okay.
Right.
Chocolate muffin. Yeah. You can have all the chocolate.
And you want to know how to make it at home?
Absolutely. Like, it's that kind of place,
Yeah.
you know. And I think if they just give it a try, you know, and just understand that it's for everybody.
Yes.
It's not. It's prioritizing the employment, but it's for everybody.
It is.
It is.
Because at the end of the day, as much as the employment is important,
Yeah.
the belonging is more important.
Yes.
So if I can get people in here to gain relationships. So if you ever come in here, you'll see that our setup is very low, and we want people to sit there and engage. When I went to Biddy's and Bo's all those years, I sat at a table at a counter just like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to leave because I had within 5 minutes gained 4 friends.
Right.
And didn't even know their names, but I was like, these are my people,
Yeah.
right? And so that's the goal, is not to keep it. We don't want a cafe full of special abilities people. That's not the goal. The goal is for our special abilities people to welcome the community so that they can be changed through community and belonging and relationship. But then even more importantly, the community can be changed because now they have friends who can make a difference in their life. And so when you say, like, you know, everybody belongs here. And our big thing is, like, even like, you know, going back to the whole Buford thing, like, it's academics, it's athletics, it's arts for all, because everybody belongs here. Whether you're the smartest kid or the kid that struggles, or whether you're the best athlete on the planet or the one that likes, you know, not necessarily athletes, whatever it is, we all belong to this community and surrounding communities. And when we all come together, man, what a difference we can make in our world, not just right here in Buford, Sugar Hill, North Gwinnett, all those areas.
Because it extends.
It does.
Like that energy, I truly believe that energy extends into the world, because these kids are going to grow up and all of them won't stay in Buford. You know, some will leave Buford, but they take what Buford has instilled in them, whether that be, you know, I'm not going to be open or I am going to be open. And when you take that into another community, then you become the Jenn and the Carrie, and you open up establishments, or at least you frequent establishments. So instead of you going to, and not to tell you not to go, but instead of going to the franchises, the Starbucks and all these places, this can be my home cafe. I can come here and I can get my coffee. You know, so I think that right there alone is going to be what happens. I think you're going to see this a lot sooner than, well, you've been doing it for a year now, but I think you're going to see a lot sooner.
We just want, we do, and we're getting, like Cassie Bro from the high school, like, she sees vision here, and she sees what we're doing and loves it. And it was funny because they Revitalize is like a new thing, and my son goes, and we fall in love with her. We fall in love with Marge Montel. She's amazing. And I will plug, like, it's changed Kyler's whole body and athletic and blah blah blah. But Cassie Bro had the basketball team out. And a lot of those girls, you could tell when they first saw us, because they invited us to come. And when we first got there, you could tell, like, it was like, oh, okay, do I go? Do I not? What's this about? Why are they here? And who are they? And Natalie ended up, like, before that, they were like, bye, Natalie, see you later. Like,
they wanted her to come in there and join them and everything. I mean, it was, it was and I mean, you walk away and you're like, okay, we're going to need you to be a mentor, and we're not going to need you to be. And just that small little moment probably changed their whole thought process on what they thought about.
Because now they go back to school, and those kids who are disabled at their school, now they're even approaching them differently.
Well, and she had a little girl there who's in the special education program, and as a manager, and I, like, again, those are the kind of things that our sports team should be doing, our musical group should be doing, or whatever is you never know what their niche is going to be. Like, not everybody's going to want to serve coffee.
Absolutely.
Not everybody's going to want to serve a muffin. Like, we know that, and we're aware of that, and that is okay. Not all people want to work at Publix. What is their niche? What are we doing to help them find their place so that they can be successful, no matter what it is? So I give kudos to Cassie Bro, and Jean Durden, man, keep doing what you're doing, because it's so important, and, you know, it's so important.
Absolutely. And that, you know, to go to what you were saying earlier, you know, your point about everything just being very important to them. You know, how you were talking about the details they take when it comes to just, you know, the cafe and willingness to do stuff that maybe we won't do or we'll overlook or we'll say, oh, I don't have time for that today.
Right.
For them, that's their mission for that day. That's important. I can't move on until this is done.
Right.
That is true in everything they do. And it might not be coffee.
Right. Yeah.
You know, you may have kids that are into sports, but maybe they can't keep up with, you know, Buford basketball or Buford football. Right. But you can have them around it, and you tell them, "Hey, you know what? We can come on as a student manager. I can guarantee that water ball is going to be filled all the time,
and clean.
It's going to be clean. It's going to have the right amount of ice in it. It's going to be perfect for you because they're going to take pride in it."
Yeah. Well, and what I think about you know, if somebody makes a mistake and they're down on themselves, now you've got a kid going, dude, it's all right, man. You're good, you know. Like, I got you. Come on, you know, pumping you up, and it's. I just see so much good in what we can do here.
Yeah. And even my daughter, for instance, you know, she had not been exposed to this very much growing up, but we opened this coffee shop. She's gone to college and she's taken a class at college for autism awareness.
That's amazing.
And I mean, that would not have happened, I can tell you, if she had not been exposed to this, you know? So, I mean, our kids growing up around it is changing their lives every day.
That's amazing. Yeah. One step at a time.
Yes,
exactly.
But
it can't happen overnight.
And
we know that.
Yeah, and then honestly, if something was to happen overnight, would we really be prepared for it?
Right.
You know, so it's like we open the doors, and then next thing you know, there's 1,000 people waiting to get in. Mm-hmm. How do we even prepare for that?
Right.
You know, and then how do we keep them still safe as far as what their triggers could be? That could be way too much for them, and now you've lost employees because I can't do that.
Right.
But you have to train them step by step, and now when they feel confident, when that big crowd does come, they have the resources to fall back on. You know, I feel confident. I know what I'm doing. I know every single drink. No matter what you order, I got you. So you have to prepare for that. And I think God gives us what He gives us in timing.
Yep. Yeah.
And I think that, you know, you've been here, you said about a year now.
Yep.
It's been happening. It's about to happen. Because I'm telling you now, I'm running my mouth nonstop about it.
We appreciate you.
Well, I'll tell you what we think is going to be the game changer. And we're so excited. So, backstory, you heard us talk about the Special Olympics.
Yes.
So we're sitting after the Special Olympics, and Carrie's crying. Yeah. Michael's like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. Yeah. Like, we got to do this. And we literally dreamed that day.
Okay. Yes.
We were like, we're going to make this big. Like, we're going to have a Special Olympics. That's going to be it's going to be a game changer. And of course, I'm going, okay, whatever y'all want to do. I'm all in. Yeah. And so, because my husband and I dream big, we, own Buford Elite Sports Training in it. So it's like, we love sports and we dream big, but you're still like, hold on. But literally, like, Brightside Games that's coming up on September 28th, like, that's when I feel the tide's going to turn. Because here's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
I 100% believe that you can't see with your eyes and your heart not be changed. Yeah. If that's the case, you need to talk. Because here's the thing is, I love a good golf tournament. We're going to a golf tournament for Jambos tomorrow. So excited. But I believe that you have to show people what your mission is in order for them to understand and believe in it, right? So like when people come here, all of a sudden lives are changed. Same thing with the Brightside Games. We are providing an opportunity for this community and surrounding communities to come together with our special abilities community, no matter what age, and to partner with us as a foundation, Brightside Forever Foundation, which plug Jacob made that name up. Go Jacob.
Brightside Forever.
Yeah. He's real quiet.
Jacob's here on the other side of the
He's doing really good.
And so he wanted it to be a cool viral hashtag. So we made it our foundation name.
We're like viral, Jacob. We are.
Back to this isn't about Carrie and I. It's about them. So thank you. And so it's one of those things where you can sign up to be a buddy. You sign up to be a volunteer. Businesses can come out and be a game sponsor and interact.
Kids can be the hype.
Elementary school kids. We want to be the hype club because, again, I believe it starts in elementary. If we can get these kids in elementary to be inclusive, then by the time they're adults, those are the people that are making differences. All the things. So, like, I keep telling Carrie, I just feel like Brightside Games is going to be the turn of the tide, if that makes sense. Now people know who we are. There's no excuse to ride down Buford Highway on September 28th and not go, okay, well, what's going on there?
Right.
You know,
Right.
Because it's full of therapy dogs. We have a musical therapy tent. We have food trucks. We have vendors. We have games that are going to be awesome. Yeah. And so many local businesses that have said I want to be a part, whether it be a corporate sponsor or whether it be the game sponsors. But we also have a parent resource fair where, like, parents, you're new to this area. A lot of our parents don't know what's out there. Right. And you've got these parents who are like, what do I do now? Like, where do I go? Or what if I need this for my elementary school kid or whatever? And we've got these nonprofits and these businesses who focus on special abilities community that are coming out and volunteering their time to share. So there's a whole tent that will be dedicated to those groups. That's amazing. Yeah. We even have, like, Special Needs and Treats is going to be there. Sweet Abilities Bake Shop, by the way, like just a plug. Yeah. Their cookies. Oh my God. Like, people are going to be like, you're not pregnant anymore. Now you're just big. Right. Like, because now Jimmer saw me in the cookies. Right. They're so good. But, and they're in Auburn doing big things. And then there's a new nonprofit called Beyond the Label that she was walking into places with huge hiring signs. Oh, wow. And she was walking these adults in there with special abilities, and the people would go, oh, we're not hiring. And you're like, she's like, but wait, there's a sign. And they're like, we're not hiring. And so she, like, in her heart was like, okay, well, you don't want to hire, I'm going to find something for them to do. Right. So she does pop-up thrift stores. So people can actually donate at Brightside Café through September 3rd, and we'll probably extend it because why not? That they can bring their stuff here, whether it be clothes or especially Buford that day would be a great idea to bring, like, clothes that you're not going to use gently, good use. Right. But, like, furniture, get anything you can think of in your closet or in your basement that you don't want to tell them to come over and look in my garage and take whatever you want out of my garage. Right. Just take it all. Here's your thrift store for a year. But when I asked her who was donating, she said, oh, just my family and my friends. And I'm like, girl, we got you. So she's going to have her thrift store there with her employees. Yeah. And I'm like, that's cool that we're able to say, like, we just had the guy from Buford Indoor Golf come and you talk about God's story. That's a whole other situation. But we'll let you tell. I'll see him on Thursday. There you go. We'll let him tell that story. We don't give all the goods away. Right. But, like, his son is autistic and he has his own business with 4 kids that have taken his son under his wing at Mill Creek High School. And we've got it set up here because we have over in Lambert High School in Forsyth County, every school is gifted, or not gifted, but has a therapy dog. Okay. Which is, how cool is that? Yeah. And it's for any student in the building. And but mostly for their special education classes. Right. And their special education classes have a commercial kitchen, that the county shares, so different classes can go to, and they make dog treats, and then they sell them, which the proceeds go back to their classes. Why would we not sell that here? Right. So that we're helping other people who are doing what we're doing make money so that they can employ. It's all one big circle and cycle that we can help. Yes. And so and they'll be there, like, all the people. And so it's going to be a community event. Yes, it's a fundraiser for Brightside Forever Foundation so that we can scholarship for life skills, so that we can scholarship for future special educators or OTs, PTs, speech therapists, things like that, because college is expensive. Yeah. Yes. But also to help community awareness. Huge community awareness.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And so we really feel like that's going to be the tide turner. So I believe if you know anybody that wants to volunteer or wants to be a buddy or wants to, sponsor in any way, like, send them our way, because it's going to be the tide turner.
I think I have a few volunteers that are going to come. I know with my son, I signed my son up. And he when I was telling him, I was like, "You're gonna have a buddy." He was like, "Who's my buddy?" And I was like, "Well, we don't know yet." He was like, "I want Tori to be my buddy." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, okay. And so then I seen where you had where the buddy can, volunteer and they can pick, put on there who's going to be there. So I was like, let me reach out to him and see if he'll do it. So I explained to, if y'all know who I'm talking about, Torrey Costin. He plays for Buford.
Okay.
He's number 2.
Okay.
He was number 6 on Sports Center the other week.
Okay,
so he's a big deal.
Yeah.
So he's going to be my son's buddy for the event.
Is so awesome.
So I was like,
yeah.
And so my son, he's been around sports for a while, and I did recruiting, I did athletic training, stuff like that. So he's always used to kind of cheering everybody else on.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is your chance for everybody to cheer you on. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make this very big for you. I'm going to make sure everybody knows about it. The whole family's, y'all better be there to cheer them on. And I was like, so you know what? Now that Tori has said yes, I was like, you know what? Let me reach out to some other players and see, try to get them to volunteer. You know, every sport, every athlete at Buford, everybody that signed up for an interview, go ahead and sign up to be a buddy. Yes. But I think it's going to be huge, like just for them to be able to see and for these kids to feel like they're being cheered for. Like it's their moment.
So the hype squad, since we're talking about cheering, so the hype squad's going to have a DJ right beside it.
Oh,
and then so the Buford cheerleaders are coming and Wolfie.
Oh,
so there you go.
Wolfie.
The North Gwinnett cheerleaders are coming because we believe that all the surrounding areas need to know. Lanier's cheerleaders,
coming together.
That's gonna be fun.
Purpose. For the Lanier cheerleaders and their mascots coming, Chopper's coming. We might have the Bugler Frog.
Yes,
we're working on the Sugar Hill little eagle. I thought it was a dog. I think Swanee's a dog. I did see Swanee as a dog. I think I got it mixed up. But anyway, so we're working to get mascots. But the elementary school kids, that's where they belong. They get to be in the hype squad. So to start the games, every athlete will get their name called out and cheered on and all the things. They can go in that little section for the whole time if they want to and get their name called a million times and get all whatever. I don't care. We just want them to know that they are loved, that they are accepted, and that they are
have a 360 photo booth.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Who's going to find they're on the red carpet and their 360 photo booth? Come on.
I need to give them some shades.
We got props. But the other thing that's really cool and huge plug for her. So we are bringing a Zumba instructor in.
Okay.
Her name is Alicia McKenzie. She's over in Swanee, but she is one of the only 2 Zumba certified instructors that have special abilities. She has Down syndrome.
Oh, wow.
And she will have her own little Zumba thing. She's like, I'm going to get my dance on with all the people. She's precious.
She is amazing.
And so it's all about celebration of our special abilities community while coming together to raise funds for a nonprofit that wants people in this community and surrounding communities to understand that they belong and that they deserve employment.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
And so I really feel like Brightside Games is going to change the course. But when you say the Buford football players, that makes my heart. North Gwinnett's whole football team is coming. And it's important. So challenge.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just saying. It's a little bit of a challenge because they're all in, and so we want all the teenagers to be in because I can make a difference, right? I'm 44 years old. Carrie just turned 50.
Let's not talk about that.
But we can make a difference, but when your peers make a difference, right? Like when your kids that you graduated with and college kids and high school kids and middle school kids that you're doing everyday life, when they start making a difference, that's where life change happens in everybody. And so I really feel like, I could go be a buddy, and I could be a buddy to somebody my age, and we want that. Right. So we have employees that are 59, 56, 54, 46, and all the things, right? We need older people to be buddies. Right. However, more younger kids are going to be here, so we need that. College age, high school age, middle school age kids to really step up and come and just love on people one day. Make them feel like they are queens and kings or, the number 1 running back at high school. Even though they may not be.
Right. Right. In their mind, that day they will be.
Exactly.
Especially when they come out there and their names being called and all that hype. That's gonna be fun to watch. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Yep. And our goal is to eventually get this in more areas, like to make it big and not to stop at Buford. Like, you know, even with our cafe, like eventually, like we want this to be expanded and into other communities, because I can't tell you how many people have said, we truly believe. So when we were trying to get a Gmail account, Brightside Cafe was taken. And we're like, how is Brightside Cafe taken? So we were like, well, Brightside Cafe Buford. Well, then we'd have people go, you need to put this in Monroe. You need to put this in here. And I'm like, maybe that's why we had to do Buford and be specific. So like up here, you can see our B's in green. Well, what if we go to Swanee and all of it's red? Or we go to Duluth and it's in purple, you know, kind of thing. So it's really, we don't want to just stay here. We want this to be a occurrence across communities so that nobody has a wait list.
Absolutely. And it will be. You know, I think that over the next year's time, you're going to have to not only hire more here, but you're going to be able to put shops, you know, and then eventually you'll be able to have ability to train for them to be management. You know, and teach them that skill. That's going to be amazing to see that as well. But I'm really excited about this Brightside game. Like, I'm really excited about it.
It's going to be awesome.
And now there's a challenge out there. So North Gwinnett showing up.
Coach Happ, you got some work
so I need everybody showing up. I need football.
I love Coach Happ. I love him.
I need everybody though, not just football. I want football, basketball, volleyball, softball.
Sports,
everybody show up in your green.
Well, in the band, music people, like
that
super smart people. You know, whoever is. Do we just want the administration, like all the special educators, like come and get the resources at the parent thing, because like you're a wealth of information. And our parents are depending, being a special educator, our parents are depending on us to give out that information, right? We can't give out it all because we're, you know, government ran, whatever. But we can give out the pamphlets that at least say, hey, listen, here's a resource you might want to know about. And so the more knowledge we as educators have, then the more knowledge we can push off to our parents.
Absolutely.
Because it's hard to find. I've been a special educator for 21 years, and there are things I'm like, there's what? Like, why did I not know this? I didn't know there was a special needs school for a school for special needs in Gwinnett. I had no clue. And we've met, I mean, it has been so cool to figure out what they do. And it's like, I just I have learned so much. And I almost want to throw it up on people, because I'm like, if I hold it in, then you're not going to know. So come and get that information so that way you have it to give to your families.
Absolutely. Oh, this is going to be amazing.
It is.
This is going to be amazing. You're going to have a ton of volunteers. I already know it. You're going to have a ton of supporters out there. This is going to be an amazing event. Next year, you're probably going to have it at that new $62 million stadium. It's going to be that big. It's going to be that big.
And I'll tell you a little backstory. It's really kind of funny. So we tried to have it at Gwinnett Church, and because it's on a Sunday, because we all know we can't compete with Beaver football or any football, Georgia included. Go Dogs! But just a little plug for my husband. But we tried to have it at Swanee Town Center because we were thinking. I'll be honest, like, I wasn't so sure, and that Buford was going to be, and I thank the city for going absolutely let us do it. But I also believe it's a God thing. I believe that God has put us here for a reason.
Absolutely.
I don't know what the reason is. I think I know it, but I really, really, with all my heart, believe that the Brightside games are on the side of Buford Highway in the downtown Buford area for a reason, Because we got too many no's. So many other places.
Absolutely.
And they gave us a yes. And so I truly, truly believe that it's where it's supposed to be, and God is going to provide, and it's going to change our world.
Absolutely.
We've already got there. Maggie Pruitt is doing a phenomenal job with what she's doing at the high school and the United game and all that. And we just want to come along the side and just really, really, really just get this community open and ready to take on and just run with this.
Yes, and it will. Like you said, God's involved. God is leading it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you definitely, I'll tell you now, one of the reasons you're here is definitely for us. You know, and I've been trying to find resources for my son for years at this point. And, you know, we're from Alabama, and it just wasn't helpful at all. Not in the school system, community. I just didn't have a lot, you know, for him. And that's, it's hurtful to watch your child. Like I said, they know, they feel it, and they relate those feelings to us because, I'm his safety net.
Yeah.
So it's like I tell my dad everything. So it's like, he doesn't like me, or why doesn't she talk to me? Those are hard questions to answer.
Yeah.
So I was led, not only to Georgia, but to Beaufort specifically, and everything that I've been trying to work on for decades at this point, a podcast, resources for my son and all these different things literally fell in my lap.
Awesome.
Like I walk into my brokerage, at Keller Williams, and Justin was like, hey, you need to go by and see Jenn at Brightside Café. And I'm like, okay, I'm thinking he's just giving me someone to go speak to interview. So I'm like, sure, yeah, I'll do it. But then he's like, hey, let me tell you a little bit about what they do. And he showed me the facility that your husband and you have and everything. And then he said they hire people who have disabilities. And I was like, what? I was like, oh, I'm going today. I was like, I'm going right now. I literally walked out of the office and came here. And since then, it's literally like one thing after another has just kind of fell into my lap. And I'm like, God literally is leading.
Right.
So what you're doing is going to get out there in a major way. And I truly believe that he's just waiting for you to have been fully prepared for it. And that means like fully prepared for what this is going to look like.
Right.
On a Monday, you're going to have all these chairs full. You might have to get a drive-through at one point. Like it's gonna get big.
I wish we did have a drive-through. Let's call our landlord. Hey, guess what? We need a drive-through now.
Yeah.
Can you make that happen?
There we go.
Because we did so our patio is brand new, and we sold for a year and a half. We sold bricks. We sold 300. We were like, if we get to 300, we're getting the patio. And we had gracious donors. And man, it's awesome to watch people come in and do the bricks. Well, we've had so many new people, and they're like, I want a brick. And I'm like, well, those are kind of stuck there. I don't really know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. We've only sold them for a year and a half, And our owner came, and he was like, my cousin wants a brick. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. Why didn't you tell him? He goes, you know what? You're doing the walkway. And so we have 500 bricks to sell for that walkway in order to be able to afford to do it because it pays for itself.
Right.
And we're selling bricks for $100. You get to be part of the Founders Club.
Amazing.
There you go. You get a T-shirt too.
5% discount.
Yeah, and a T-shirt. You get a little card. It's so cool.
And a brick.
And a brick. And that says your name. You can put whatever you want on it. There's tons of people that and people come here and they want to see the brick.
This morning, somebody was looking for their brick.
Yeah.
And
true story.
You were sitting and couldn't find it. They were stressed out, but we found it. It's funny, but I say all that to say, like, the community has been really cool, and our owner here, Tamer, has been awesome, and he believes in the mission, and he sees it happening, and all the things, and so like we didn't have a parking lot, and now we have a parking lot. Like it's just so cool to watch, like you said, from a year ago to where we're at now. And I mean, we're like but we have a long way to go.
Right.
We have a long way to go.
And that's good though.
It's baby steps.
As long as there's room for growth.
Moving forward, and things are getting better every day. So we have different people who come in here every day that find out and want to support and do things. So it's
you always want room to grow though.
Oh yes.
And that's a great thing.
Bye, Jacob.
Bye.
Good job today, dude. He's going to train watch.
Oh, cool.
He's our real fan.
So, last question for you.
Okay.
So, 10 years from now, right?
Oh goodness.
People are talking in the community. People that grew up around this. People just that experienced it early on, or over the last decade at this point, right? Mm-hmm. What is the one thing that you want people to take away from this cafe? Like, what is you want the community to always know about this cafe?
Probably that it's a place of hope and love, purpose, and just that feeling of belonging.
Yes.
We want our guys to live a life where they go, I meant someone to somebody else, or something to someone else. Right. And because of me, because of our relationship, their life was changed.
Absolutely.
And in my opinion,
and other people see that.
Yes.
And this bleeds over into them.
Yes.
They want to be a part of doing something just like this. Not specifically a coffee shop, but being there for our friends and giving them opportunities.
I would give anything if we walked in every single place on Main Street and there was at least one employee
One
in every single place.
Yeah.
Because that's, what is there, 20 businesses down there?
Yeah.
That's 20 people that are no longer on my wait list.
Yeah.
My wait list grows daily. And if I say all the time, if every business within 10 miles of this place would take one, that's at least 75 businesses. 75 businesses, I would have nobody. And I would be begging for employees at that point. But it's easy. It's not hard, and it will. I don't say it's not hard. It is hard if you don't know.
Right.
But there are resources, Carrie and I, that are willing to come to your business and help you if you want to do that. I told somebody the other day, they were like, well, you have a wait list. I'm not going to put my son or daughter on it. And I'm like, well, hold on, because I want to be able to send, let's say that your brokerage said, hey, I want to take a person to do my shredding on Mondays from 10 to 12.
Right.
Okay. And I could send that job description out to my entire list.
Right.
And one of those people are going to go, shredding?
Yeah,
I love to shred.
Absolutely.
You know? And now they have 2 hours a week that is purposeful.
Yes.
That they're, there's nothing worse than a parent, and we've had this happen, come in and call their child or their adult a basement dweller.
Right.
And it was life breaking for me because I was like, there's more I have to do.
Yeah.
Like this isn't it.
Yes.
This is the means to that. But I was like, we have to have our nonprofit right now. Like we have to get this up because that's what's going to change the community. Yeah. Brightside Café is going to do its job.
Right.
But that's what's going to change the community is when a couple of businesses go, you know what, we'll do it.
Yeah.
And then it like spreads like wildfire, because if you go into, the salon down the street and all of a sudden the greeter at the door it is a person with special abilities, and they're sweeping your whatever up and they're folding your towels or whatever that is, all of a sudden now people go, you know what, I'd rather visit that salon than the one that just is doing hair. Yeah. If that makes sense.
It makes you feel good.
It
makes you feel good.
It makes you feel like you're giving to something bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
And that is really what I see. And I can't wait. Like I'm so because there's going to be one. Once one does it, I really, really, really feel that people are going to follow, because they're going to be like, wait, this is something that is the new thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna happen.
I accept that challenge. I actually have a few places that I frequent, my barbershop and different places. So I accept that challenge to say, like, I'm going to bring this to their attention, because how easy would it be? Like you said, just bring them in, let them sweep up the hair for a couple of hours one day. Yeah. It doesn't have to be your busiest day. It could be a day where you can focus more on helping them, and then they don't feel overwhelmed as well.
Yeah, you could teach. So I was talking again to the top guy. He said, you know what? He said, this is how I learned this specific person. Yeah. As long as I had a list and I taught him one time, he was perfect.
Yeah.
Like it was
they know their task. They get in and they do it.
And they do it.
I mean, like Ashley, for instance, here she comes.
She's going to come hug us.
She, every day, when she comes in.
Can you come over here? Do you need help? She needs help.
She needs help tying.
She comes
her name's Ashley? Hey, everybody, this is Ashley. I don't know if you can see her on camera. There she is.
Hey, guys. Hey, guys. So Ashley went to Clemson Life.
Okay.
Clemson Life.
Yeah, you went to Clemson Life, and did you? What did you do there?
Sorority.
What did you do? What sorority are you in?
I am Cario.
Oh yeah.
Vega.
Oh
yeah.
Right. So she comes in every day, gives us a hug, and tells us she loves us, and then she goes work.
Amazing.
But so like even us, like we're just every day. Like I've never not wanted to be here.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm tired.
Yeah.
And we're tired.
Yeah.
But it gives you that life that you're like, I can do anything. I can do anything. Like, what do I have to complain about?
Right,
like, I can do whatever. Like,
absolutely.
It's just that different mentality of, listen, if Ashley can come to work every day, I can come to work every day.
Do it. Absolutely.
Right?
That's right.
All right. All right, girl. You need your thing?
You want me to tie your apron up here?
All right, girl. You're going to be famous again. she was on Fox 5 News and she loved it.
Oh, fun.
Were you on Fox 5 News? Remember Paul Milligan?
Paul Milligan came in. We'll stand up.
We have to help him sometimes.
Yeah.
But
The apron's a little.
yeah, the apron can be a little whatever. But and Natalie just goes and does her job.
Yeah.
But it's just a fun place.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to always have people in here. And like our employees, we always want to be able to, some days they'll say, nobody came to see me today. And we're like, that's okay. Like you got to do this and this and this. And maybe there was a reason why and all the things. But she gives us hugs every day.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
We're doing a little video.
Yeah.
Nice.
For you guys. It's all for y'all.
It's all for y'all.
Natalie, you want to come say hey real quick too?
No, yeah.
Now it's like, you're going to give me my
Sal's
camera
coming in
time.
here.
They
Right.
like the spotlight. So Natalie is typically our PR girl.
Hey, this is Natalie.
Yay!
You said she does PR?
She does.
I'm going to have to steal it from
She
you.
does.
Look,
I
she's
need-
something else.
I'm getting overwhelmed
She
with
speaks
the
from heart.
Instagram.
Yeah, she's super. She goes with us most places
Mhm.
and shares her story. And and it's funny because you say it's sharing her story, but it's her life.
Absolutely.
And it
Yeah.
means something. And it's something like I said, Carrie and I could tell you every day what we experience, what our God's experience. But until you hear from Natalie, and I would encourage you to sit with her a minute.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And let her talk to you and tell you what Brightside's done for her because she's definitely changed our world for sure.
We will definitely do that.
Yeah,
you want to do that today,
You
Natalie?
want to do it?
Sure.
Okay.
Well,
So what we're gonna do? So what we're gonna do?
More than enough.
Awesome.
There's nobody here.
So what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen?
I can move.
Yeah.
I'll give you a lift.
We'll finish this one up. We'll do a separate one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap
How's
up.
your coffee?
Oh, it's really good. Oh, that, by the way, the coffee's really good, by the way. And my son gets what's called a frozen hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate, yes.
He was mind blown by the name of it. He was like, "It's frozen, but it's hot chocolate." He was like, how is that possible?
It's a delight in a cup,
Yeah.
for sure.
He was like, "You have to make this at
Chocolate
home." He brings me the hot chocolate packet. He's like, "Make me a frozen hot chocolate." I was like, "I don't think that's how that works. It won't taste like it did at the cafe, so we're just gonna go back there. We'll just go back there." But ladies, thank you so much for sitting down with me. I absolutely love what you're doing. You're changing lives every single day. You've definitely changed my son's life in the 2 times that he's been here already. So I appreciate everything that you ladies do, the effort that you put in. Brightside Games is September the 28th.
Yes.
All right, so if you have not signed up yet, you need to sign up in some fashion, whether or not you're a sponsor or if you're going to be a buddy. All my high school kids at Buford, because that's where I'm linked to, I need you signing up right now. I'm going to send that link out to all of them. I'm going to challenge them to sign up, and I'm going to challenge all my athletes to beat North Gwinnett. They're bringing their football team. We need to bring everybody.
Yes. Just a fun
bring everybody. All right. So thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. Bye.